Welcome to the Wing Life Podcast, where we talk about wing foiling and the lifestyles of those who enjoy this great sport. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too, and everyone out there.
That's a really nice little Christmas backdrop you going on. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Whereabouts are you? You're at home for the holidays?
Yeah, I'm at home right now, and then I'm actually leaving tomorrow in the morning, so. I'm heading on a trip, so.
Oh, nice. Where are you off to?
Yeah, I'm off to India.
Whoa. For how long?
Yeah. I think for like around 7 to 10 days.
Really?
So,
what are you going to be doing there?
It's just going to be kind of a fun trip just with some friends. We're going to be going around out there on a train, so.
Oh, no way. Whoa. Exotic cuisine. Yeah. That place is supposed to be booming with people. That's going to be something different than Maui, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be an experience for sure.
Wow. All right. So Christmas is going well for you so far?
Yeah, it's been good. We had a little early Christmas with some family that was here. So I got to give them some gifts and exchange before I head out. So it was fun.
Hey, nice. Nice. How was this year for you? Wingfoil wise, life wise, everything wise?
Oh, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it's super fun. It's not over yet, but we still got some big swell left. So, but, yeah, it was super fun. We had a lot of good wind, a lot of good experiences. So it was really cool.
Any kind of highlights to top off 24?
Ooh, AWSI was one of them. That was a really good couple weeks there. So that was pretty fun. And then M2O was it. So that was the highlight of the year probably. How
was M2O? Did you compete? How was your engagement with it?
Yeah, I did the Kite Triple Crown, so I did all 3 races. So I did the Paddle and Mua, the M2M, Maui to Molokai, and then the Molokai to Oahu. So it was a really cool experience and super fun. That's a check off the bucket list for sure.
Those races are pretty close back to back, right?
Yeah. So the Paddle and Mua was a week before. And then if I remember, I think Maui to Molokai was like on like the week, like Thursday, and then we were on Molokai for like one whole day, and then my dad jumped on a plane over the next day, and then we had like a 1 day break. So it was like a 1 day in between or something around there. And
that was paddle downwind or whatever? Wow.
Yeah. Really tiring on the legs for sure, but
I can imagine. Did obviously a lot of training involved in it? How serious do you take it?
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of training, like a lot of downwinders out on the water pre-hand, and then a lot of gym training too. So it took a lot to work up to it, and it was good because I was prepared.
How did it finish up then?
It finished up amazing.
Yeah? Wow.
Yeah,
how long does that take you?
Cool. The Maui to Molokai, I think, was like 2 hours maybe. And then the Molokai to Oahu was, I think, around 3 hours. I don't know. I think it was like 2, or no, not 2.5, 3, for probably around 3. I'll have to check, but
no, that's okay. So it's like it's a marathon.
Yeah, it was a while.
Wow.
Huh. Yeah.
How did your whole journey with North start? You got a North hat. That Christmas hat is awesome. For those on audio, you're missing out.
Team North Christmas hat. No, this is a homemade, improvised Christmas display.
But, awesome.
Yeah, it started with the North Next Gen team a while back during 2020, I think. That was when it first started.
So you're 4 years now, almost 5.
Yeah, 4, almost 5.
So what is that Next Gen program for those who aren't aware?
So the North Next Gen is essentially they had some of their like pro main riders, and they took on like some Groms that were like in their local areas that were into kiting and all this stuff. And essentially it was kiting. And then I was fortunate enough to have Jesse Richman as a mentor.
Come on.
So, that was really lucky. So, yeah. So growing up around Jesse, it was super cool to watch him do all this insane stuff. And then the North Next Gen happened, and he decided to take me on as a little Grom. and we started working, and then I was learning all this cool kite stuff from him, and then we got into foiling, and North started to come out with their foiling range, and then that's where it started to grow.
So that was 4 years ago. How old are you then?
I think I was 12, around, like 12, 13.
12 years old, learning from a legend. That's amazing. Wow, that was a really cool experience. Learned all disciplines, like started with kiting? Did you dabble in, I guess mainly, obviously he's mainly a kiter, but kite foiling, all that kind of stuff, and then transitioned into wing foiling after?
Yeah, so I kind of I learned to kite and learned to kite foil a little bit before, and I was still like just learning how to do jumps and stuff, and then Jesse came along and sped up that process a lot. So he definitely showed me how to jump and do some tricks. But yeah, it was really cool to like just learn so much about the ocean and like the wind and water and everything.
So from safety to how to get out, like, because obviously Hawaii has a lot of reef and there's a lot of current and you have to know what you're doing. So that was one part of his job, I guess, right? To kind of help educate you and all that stuff?
Yeah, for sure. So I do remember there's a couple of times we went out to lanes and I was like 12 and I was like on a foil. And if you know lanes, it's like this really like long stretch of like reef, super shallow and lots of like sea urchins. And I was walking out there on a foil and the waves were big. So it was there's a lot of experiences that were like sketchy but safe at the same time that I definitely learned a lot from.
All right, shallow reef, urchin, and that's just a freight train, and there is no way through that, right?
Nope. It was like you go through the keyhole at the smallest point where the waves are breaking, or you walk along the long reef and the waves are still breaking.
And then you're potentially walking on reef, right? So it's like super sharp, and you could get an urchin in the foot.
Yeah, but
you guys are just made tougher over there, I think.
Yeah, we learned from a young age to withstand a lot in the ocean. So
my buddy and I were there in 2012, and I can't remember what beach we went to. It was a black sand beach with like cliffs all along both sides. And there was a 5-year-old, or she must have been 5 to 8. It's hard to tell. But my buddy was at top and he wanted to cliff jump. And she was like, "Oh, my uncle jumps." Because like we must have been, I don't know, mid-30s at 12 years ago. Like late 20s, mid-30s or something. And she said, "Oh, don't wait too long. My uncle freezes up there, then he can't jump off." And then she goes and she paddles into this stuff that's way overhead on this little boogie board, ripping away, calling him out. And he's like, "Bro, you better jump soon, man, before she comes back."
Yeah.
Just like, so little. But I guess you guys grow around the ocean. It becomes such a second home. Like when you travel to other places that don't have it, do you miss it? Is it so much baked into you at this point that it's just everyday life?
Yeah, I mean, when I travel to like other places that are like beach breaks or like a lot different than Hawaii, it's really good because you know so much growing up in the ocean here and in the reefs and like the gnarly conditions that it just transfers over. So it's like no matter where you are, you always know what to do and you're still like really safe and you just have so much knowledge.
Pretty cool upbringing then, being able to do that with Richmond. And then North came along. They must have liked what they saw.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So we were, it was just at the start of foiling and me and Jesse were both new to foiling. So we both learned together. And then something inside foiling just clicked and I was like, "Oh, I love this." And I just wanted to keep going as far as I could. So, and North was like progressing. So throughout then we just kept building up and up with their foils and wings.
Did you do any kind of early R&D with them before? Because obviously it was a couple of years before they released something. I think they waited on purpose, which is cool. Because their current stuff that I'm riding, we got an 830 underneath this, my Christmas Canadians towel. We got an 830 that's been doing pretty well for me here in Mexico. But were you able to help with some early renditions of some foils?
Yeah, so it was really cool because their stuff, they waited to come out with the foils for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of companies, like they make a foil and they push it out there and it's like this new foil. But the cool thing about North is that they take their time and they put a lot of thought and effort into everything and they put out a good product for sure. So we got the foils out, and then we were just riding them as hard as we could, and we did a lot of research and development to those. So R
Oh,
and D,
that's sick.
yeah.
Nice.
And even still,
Who did you work with? Uli, some of those other guys? Hugh,
yeah,
Mike?
yeah. Uli, Hugh, Mike, all the guys. So it's super cool. I've just they've seen me kind of grow up from 12 and like barely like knowing how to do stuff on a foil to these crazy waves now.
That's awesome. And then pump foiling, like we pump foiled together in Hood River. You were up in about 12 seconds. The rest of us took 3 days, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that was hey, I mean, it did take me 3 days to get it too. So
That's true.
yeah, I on in Maui, there's not too many places to dock foil. It's either off of a rock or at Kahului Harbor, which is pretty tough. So, but it's still like there's so much opportunity. So it's super.
Compared to kite foiling, how do you see wing foiling being different? Do you think that it's a little bit easier to access? Are there fun parts of kite foiling that you miss when you're wing foiling?
Yeah, I think with kite foiling and wing foiling, the big difference is like mobility. Like there's so many things like in winging that you like would not be able to do kite foiling that open up a lot more doors. And I mean, I love kite foiling. Like whenever the wind gets super light, me and all my friends go out and like just do big jumps with the foils and like mess around. So I'll never forget the foil kiting too, and regular kiting. So, but
For surfing, like if you want to swell ride or if you want to surf, how do you ever see kites getting into the mix there?
yeah, so Hokipa, at my local breakdown at Hokipa, there's a lot of windsurfers and kiters. So it gets, I think just like yesterday, there was like maybe five of us winger kids out there, and then like 10 windsurfers and 2 kiters.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, it gets pretty like really crowded with all these different disciplines. And then down the coast, like maybe 100 feet, you'll have like a bunch of surfers. So there's a lot of like a diversity in sports.
That's cool though, because that's exactly what you guys do there. How was growing up in Maui, of all tropical paradise places that you could have magically been born in the world?
Yeah, so I grew up in Sprecklesville. It was it's like this little yeah, a little neighborhood on the beach, and my house was we lived with next to some friends of ours, and it was like directly on the beach. So me and my mom used to like just jump off of the seawall into the water and like swim around and have fun and go fishing.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, right next to Sugar Cove. So I mean, I was as long as I could remember, I was messing around in the water there with Ridge Lenny, Kai Lenny. So they lived right behind us. So
Wow. The Lenny
yeah,
brothers on top. So I guess
yeah,
you grew up, watched each other progress, all that kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, I like some of my most fond memories of Sprex and living there was going to school in the morning, and I'd like wake up and I'll have all my stuff ready, and then I would like go outside and watch Ridge like surfing like this insane barrel right in front of our house, and I was like, oh, that's so awesome. And he was like getting such good barrels, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go to school. And then like, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Whoa. That's crazy. So like you must just absorb all that natural talent around you, right? Because it's just everybody there. They're, well, like obviously Ridge and Kai are like spectacular, insane athletes. So it's pretty special. Did you ever get to hang out and surf with Laird or any of those kind of the other generation over there?
I don't think not too much. No,
Okay.
I do remember like maybe seeing Laird and those guys around, and like looking up at like these insane figures in the sport. So seeing Kai and Laird and everyone pushing the limits, and at Piahi and everywhere. So even now, there's still so many cool like big wave surfers and foilers and kiters and everywhere. So
That is definitely an amazing mecca. I remember seeing Laird on the island of Kauai with my brother, and he walked in like 6 feet wide and 8 feet tall, and it's just like, whoa, that's what a surfer
yeah,
looks like. He's just so
yeah,
big. You felt like he
yeah,
could take on the world, but I guess in essence is what they're doing at Peahi. It's so
yeah.
big. How's your journey been with North? Because you started so young, especially through like some cool foundation years of still being like transitioning from elementary school to high school and stepping into that pro kind of world. Like, how did that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really cool. It's been an experience. So I started when I was in, I think around elementary school, maybe just finishing elementary. And I mean, I was just like doing my school, going to the water, having a lot of fun. And then with North, it's been cool because everyone here surfs, and I have a lot of surfer friends. And I grew up surfing, but when the wind gets really windy and the waves get blown out, everyone like goes home, and then I get to go out and go winging. So it's really cool.
Oh, nice. Now, what do you think of the team over there? They obviously super friendly from what we've had with at the podcast. They're one of the only companies that was extremely supportive of us. So hats off to them. Mike, it loves community initiative and wants to help kids and wants to help everybody kind of access the sport.
It's just different level of like, not even they're at the company. It's like their family too. So it's super cool to have them like being so supportive, like watching me and helping me. Like I'll be out doing something, and then like if anything happens, or like, oh, like if anyone there gets hurt, everyone's gonna like be super supportive and like send as much like positivity. So it's a cool family.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. What do you have planned for 2025? Any cool trips in the horizon?
Yeah, I definitely have some big plans this winter, so that's pretty stoked on that. But some
it all
big
starts with this India trip.
Yeah, all starting with India. So first a little break before the push. Mm-hmm. So I'll have some really good plans for big wave foiling, big wave surfing, all this stuff. So super stoked on that. And and then GWA. So that's one of the goals. I want to head out there to Cape Verde and all the events and have fun.
Oh, you're gonna test that wave out. Yeah. Have you been out there before?
No, I haven't. I saw some of my friends like Cash like on that insane wave last year, and I was like, oh, okay, that's gonna be really fun.
Oh man, can't wait to see you ride that thing. That thing is a menace.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how do you train for something like that? Is there anything comparable in Hawaii?
I mean, it's tough. Like when we go out here, we go to Hokipa, and some days it's super big and it's like really gnarly, and then other days will be super small. So it's really good to have variety. But I mean, most of the time, the best way to train is just getting pounded.
The first time I went surfing at Secrets Beach, I got pounded to the bottom of the ocean, and I'm standing on the bottom of the ocean, and my brain is like, dude, I have no idea where I am right now. But I guess you have to kick off and come back up. Once again, a 5-year-old waves at me and laughs. But that's going to be a pretty fun trip. Have you ever been out to that? Like, have you ever been to Cabo Verde or any of those little islands around there?
No, I haven't. So I really want to. I really want to go out there for the event. So I'm super stoked that I might have the opportunity. Still needed to get into the world tour, so that should be fun.
Wild card.
Hopefully. So I think, if I get a wild card, and then I know I should do fairly well at the events. I'm pretty confident. So I would love to see how that first year goes and have a lot of fun.
Well, we'll have to see. Well, I just had Tom on the show not that long ago. And it's going to be a tight race next year. I think there's a lot of good riders. And it's going to be a crazy year. Same in the freestyle. Sure. Like I was giving a lesson today and I was going downwind and I saw 2 or 3 F1 wings. And then sure enough, I see a backflip into a 720. So, Chris is in town.
Yeah, that kid's, man, he's insane. I wing with him in Hood River, and I see him all the time, and he's definitely pushing the limits on the freestyle for sure. So it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, unbelievable. It was pretty clean too, and he looks around, seeing what else there is, what kind of good kickers. It was a pretty decent day today. We had like some shoulder high swell or whatever, waist to shoulder high swell, and
Mexico looks. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, Mexico. It's a fun spot. Fun. Yeah, it's a fun spot. You'll find it weird compared to like you have sand, but then you have like tropical jungle forests. It's just all this cool stuff right here. It's sand and cactus. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It takes a little while to
Sand?
get used to it, because it's sun every day versus in Maui and stuff. There's like you have different variety of stuff, which is more normal life, right?
Yeah, for
But
sure. But sand and cactuses are pretty cool.
it's amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the conditions, it's like every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Like it's crazy. And I live like about a minute from the beach. So I'll just walk down, jump over the reef, and then you're into like rolling swell. So, yes, it's not too bad. So if you do get the chance, come out and visit. But how did you guys pick India of all places? Not a lot of like younger people go there.
No, I just I got invited on a trip with some friends, and they were going
Yeah.
to India, so I was like, "Oh, for sure."
Huh.
So,
Wow. No wind and water, obviously, right? No,
no,
just culture.
just experience culture.
Oh, sweet. Do you like Indian food? Like or Americanized Indian food? So I'm curious to see what there's going to be over there.
I like trying a lot of food when I travel, so I'm super excited for this. So.
Nice. All right, nice. And then you said you're going to get into a bit of some bigger wave surfing when you get back. So with the products that are released that we're allowed to talk about, what is your favorite equipment to ride in those variety of conditions for those different sports?
Ooh.
That's a big question.
Yeah, that is. The swell and the mid aspects are like super fun. Those are some of my favorites for sure.
What size?
I've been using the 4.2 swell, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's the smallest size, but I'm getting a little bit bigger of a size for bigger waves. Or I think it's 4.4 maybe. I can't remember the exact size, but it's super fun for like wing foiling and then toe foiling and all this super like crazy foil activities.
I think Fabi was saying he really loved the MAs as well, just for an all-round everything that you could do with them. So that's exciting. And how big of a wave are we talking here?
As big as we can get this winter. So that's the goal. See how big we can get.
All right. So what kind of, I guess you've been around it so much that what does big mean to you compared to like, I can tell you what big means to me. So is that like 5 foot, 6 foot, double? Like what are you comfortable riding in and what's safe for you to be riding in?
Yeah, I mean, what a big wave is a tough question. I mean, it's unique to everyone too.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a wave that pushes you out of your comfort zone, and that you can be in a, how do you say this, in a like a position where you're like really like open your eyes, like, ooh, this is a something for sure, where you just can really see like what it is and what everything is to you, and like it pushes you out of your comfort zone. Meanwhile, you're also like having a really cool like adrenaline experience, but you're also like taking in a lot at the same time.
And that can mean a 1 foot wave for somebody who's never done it, to a 4 foot wave, to a 60 foot wave. It doesn't matter. I think it's individualized. Yeah. And I think what we're trying to say is stay within that safety comfort zone, but just push just a little bit. And that's kind of what you're explaining. Okay, that's cool. Nice.
Being safe, but also outside your comfort zone and taking risks, but calculated risks at the same time.
And training to see if you can take down Cash next year.
Yeah.
His episode's coming out soon too. We just talked about his world championship and that movie that he put out with Armstrong, and how cool is it to have like Cash and Otis and so many other rippers that you guys you're all buddies, but you all happen to be at this kind of elite level, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool to see. So I remember we used to be like Groms at Sherco messing around, and now they both graduated high school and they're going off, and I'm like, yo, wait for me. But it's really cool to see them pushing the limits too. So it's super fun. Like we get to a level and then one person goes up and the next person, it's just a ladder of just positivity. And as far as you can go.
Have you snowboarded, skied? What kind of hobbies are you into when you're not on the water?
Oof, I love skiing. So
Yeah.
skiing is super fun. Skateboarding is probably one of my seconds. So I've always grown up skating and surfing. So and funny enough, mountain biking. I love mountain biking. So every year we go out with the North team after AWSI. So we went out last year. That was pretty
Oh,
fun.
I think Hugh went to.
Whistler.
He did this year. They got a ball
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, he did. So he
Nice.
was sending it. He was sends it. Shout out
Yeah,
Hugh.
he's a ripper, man. Like I remember watching him at the dock when he was pump, like just trying to get the pump going. And then I said, if I can put like how his mindset was, I said, if you obviously you do, it's the same level of intensity designing products as it is trying
Yeah,
this. I said, because it is kind of
yeah,
cool. Like he'll walk, and this is what's so neat about talking to you guys, like, because you can, oh, this is why this is done this way, and this is this, and like all that was pretty interesting, pretty neat to find out a little bit more. Um, is your entire family into wind and water sports? Like, who got you into it initially?
yeah. I'd say probably my parents. Both of my parents were kiters and surfers. So growing up with them, I used to go out and kite, like standing in between their legs, holding on, and my dad used to do jumps.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah, that definitely sparked a love for the jumping in the air, and yeah,
Obviously, he probably jumped 1 foot or 2 feet, but you probably felt like it was 20.
yeah, for sure. I think yeah, it wasn't too high, but I was so
Yeah.
small it felt really high.
Yeah, no kidding. Um, anything else you want to mention about North equipment? Have you gotten to ride other brands in comparison?
Yeah, I've ridden a couple other foils and kites and gear, and they're all really good. But like I went back to North, just they put a lot of effort and a lot of time in creating a really nice product and then putting
Hmm.
it out. Sometimes it's a little bit later, but there's so much quality and effort.
What is that back there? Is that a
Little geckos, a
is that a
lizard.
little gecko?
Yeah,
It's like, wait a second, is that my eyes? Is that
I just saw that too.
nice?
Little, yeah, we have a couple. We have so many around the house, around the island.
Nice. So have how Jaws has obviously gone off a couple times so far this year. Have you gone out to check it out?
Yeah, I've caught a couple of fun waves
Hmm.
towing surfing this winter, so that was fun. But yeah, I just got a new paddle gun board sitting over there, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, I need to pad that up, and then I definitely want to catch some paddle waves this winter. So
Sweet. Any trips with North planned?
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple trips. Yeah, so I
Oh,
have some fun media stuff coming out soon. So make sure to look out for that. Got some big projects. I'm super stoked that I'm starting to work on. So
and now you're getting close to graduating. Are you thinking university? What are you thinking school wise?
yeah, so I have one more year of I have the rest of this year and then one more year of high school. So I think for now I'm gonna start really pushing on the sports wise and athletic career, but definitely have a love for sports, and I don't think that'll ever go away. But yeah,
No. Yeah, that's awesome. And especially with kind of all the encouragement and support that's around you, just go for it.
I think
Especially
the
with that
biggest part
hat.
is yeah, but the North Christmas hat is what motivates me.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's really cool. You see like all these people who create these lives, and it's like I look at them and they're just having fun like doing these sports for a living, and I'm like, all right, if I push hard enough, I can do that too. I mean, that's kind of the ultimate life,
Hmm.
having fun.
Yeah, having fun and then being able to like bring in a little money with the passion that you're doing, which is a special thing. And it's a light like around Christmas time, it's an amazing beacon of light for others who might not think it's possible.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah, like I know that's something that a lot of athletes do, and that's what Richmond, like a mate, like imagine you like learning and Richmond taking you under your arm and say, "Hey, kid, like let me show you what's possible, and here's what you can do." Like
Yeah.
that's pretty much the story of Christmas right there.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty cool to watch him. I mean, he had like an insane, like one of the best kiter like careers of all time, and he's an insane kiter. And then now I see him; he's surfing these huge waves. He has his family, so it's really cool to see.
Any plans for the New Year's evening? Because that's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that should be fun. That's my mom's birthday, so we'll have a little birthday party and have fun. So yeah.
Oh, cool. Anything else you want to touch on, put out there to the world on this very special day?
Yeah. Yeah. If you support Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. If you don't, then Happy Holidays, no matter what your holiday is. So, yeah. Yeah. If there's any other little subjects you want to touch on, then what are you thinking?
Oh, I'll be heading down there, I think, in March.
Awesome.
March
We have a
and
couple
potentially April. Maybe.
Oh,
We'll
yeah. I
see.
know so many people coming out here now, and I'm like, yes, I get to see all my friends from Canada and Mexico and everywhere.
I am going to hopefully get to Kanaha and do some windsurf wave sailing, which I think would be super fun. But after, I want to start to dabble into a little waves as well in the foil. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to follow you guys in a double overhead, but if there's a small day, I'll come out.
Yeah, we'll have to go Kanaha too, and it's super fun. Even the outer reefs out there. So prone foiling, e-foiling, all those stuff.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to keep that in mind then when I get out there. Is Mama's Fish House still around?
Yep. They're still there. It's like maybe months in advance to get in, but it's
It's that busy.
It's super crowded.
Wow. How like Paea's exploded, right? Since like 5-10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Obviously it's changed a lot.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Toby's Poke, they're doing really good. So
yeah. Okay.
One of my favorite spots.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, how are you training crosswise? Are you hitting the gym? What do you do for water training and I guess land training as well?
Yeah, so I'm fortunate enough to work with Auntie Sam at Deep Relief. So she owns Deep Relief, which is a really, really cool gym. There's so much versatility there between like physical therapy and then like the actual gym. So it's really cool. It's a athlete performance center, so it's cool. It's like she trains a lot of Red Bull athletes and a lot of these high end athletes. So it's really cool to have a lot of this mentoring and training.
And what about water training? Like, what do you guys do for that? Because you do breath hold training, swim training, all of that? Yeah.
So I think every 2 years the Bragg course comes to Maui, the Big Wave Risk Assessment Group. So that's another tight family of really cool big wave surfers and people that are just super awesome. So yeah.
So you've gone through that?
Yeah. So every 2 years, this is my second year. I think it was maybe like a month ago I did it. And it's just a really good refresh of like all like breath training, like rescue. So it goes over like all the medical stuff too. So like tourniquets and how to like stop bleeding and wounds and a lot of the stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
CPR and a lot of good information that if you're in the water, you need to know. So
yeah.
It's really
Yeah. Especially with foils, right? Have you guys seen anything there or you've been fairly fortunate so far?
There's been, a couple issues that are pretty rough. So there's been a couple, but I mean, other than that, it's been not too bad.
Hit any turtles with your foil yet?
I don't know if I can speak on that. I might have. I don't know. There's been a couple incidents. I've definitely been foiling, and then something hit my foil. So I've hit, maybe a turtle or two, and then I don't know, a couple big animals that are not turtles.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah. I was out outer Sprex one time, and I hit something. It was like soft. It wasn't a manta ray, but it was soft.
Huh.
So it was, like a big fish or something.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I saw a turtle foiling here the other day, yesterday. It was a little guy. He wasn't massive, but it was still kind of neat to see him out there.
Yeah, they're really cool.
You don't see that too often. The turtles in Hawaii, their heads are like this big though.
Yeah, there's some big ones. So luckily it doesn't happen too much if you hit them, but it's pretty good. They pop up randomly, but you can see them in time, and they have a really, really dense shell, so my foil does get more hurt. which is good.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But yeah,
I guess that's
it's
true. Well, I really do hope that you enjoy your trip to India. And thanks for meeting us on Christmas Day. Wow. Absolutely
sure.
amazing. And we do wish everybody a happy holidays and a happy new year, wherever you are in the world. And I hope you take this time to spend with friends and family and look back and be, I guess if you're listening to this and you're into these sports, give some gratitude and just be, I guess we're fairly fortunate to be able to even afford to dabble into these sports.
Pretty exclusive sport world. So, I mean, it takes a lot to learn and a lot of time. So if you're in here and yeah, I mean, props to you because foiling and kiting, all this stuff's really tough. So, yeah.
Yes. I've been chasing down clients here and just practicing my, like just standing on the board and just kind of chugging around. And yeah, it's getting my skills. My skills are improving by just chugging around on a little board. And one guy today stood up for the first time, so he was super excited. And the other lady came super close to standing up. So it's nice to see a next generation, regardless of what the ages are, but getting into this. And because who knows where it takes them. Could you have envisioned your life? What would you think you'd be into if you weren't into this?
I don't know. That's tough. I mean, I'd probably be surfing still, but I don't know if I never got into foiling, it'd be an interesting path. But I'm super glad I did.
Do you think you'd be like a Russian mafia guy, tattoos, running stuff like that?
Maybe. There's always
you
always
cash and notice.
Yeah. The Marley Cash MOC.
Yeah, okay. We gotta watch out for you guys when I get there. Bro, get off my beach. It's all right.
Yeah, regulating Hokipa.
Imagine.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Nice, buddy. Well, hey, thanks for coming on, and especially during this holiday season. Thanks for sharing with us. And I hope you have an amazing trip, and keep in touch and let us know how your trips go for the new year. And really looking forward to see what you do this year, and hope you get into that GWA event. That'd be unreal for you.
Yeah, well, I'm super stoked. So thank you guys. And I'm super stoked to be on here and then maybe come back soon. So
yeah,
that'd be fun.
Anytime you let us know. You let us know what you want to chat about. We can chat. Like, do you play cash and backgammon? Apparently he's pretty good at it. Backgammon.
Ooh, I'm actually great. Yeah, I'm pretty good too. So we'll have to.
All right, Cash, we're calling you out, buddy, and we're going to put this on an Instagram reel, so you're not going to be able to run away. All right, Marley, Cash, we want to set up.
We have to set up a tournament with everyone. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I know it would be. Well, still amazing little Christmas backdrop back there, and
thank you.
Yeah, it was nice to see you again. We'll chat soon. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good one. Happy holidays.
Oh, and how do they follow you? How do they follow you?
Yeah, if you want to search me up on Instagram or social media, my social medias are gnarly, GNARLY .Marley, MARLEY.
Because you're a gnarly Marley. All right, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.